Hey everybody, it's Amira. Welcome back to my craft room. I was in Kmart the other day and I came across these cute little coaster kits. So they're a crochet your own coaster, and I thought this is a really cool little project to do in an afternoon. So I bought it and I thought it'd be interesting to see what's in the kit, how easy the instructions are, and how much fun it is to make one of these. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit about these kits, I want to see what's inside them before you buy them, and if you want to crochet along with me, that's also cool. I'd love for you to join me in this video. So come on down to my video. So this is the kit, and this is the manual that's inside. We've also got one crochet hook, pink, a salmon, a hot pink, green, blue, orange, a light blue, and a purple. And at the bottom there, we've got a little plastic needle and some crochet markers. So that's pretty much what it says in here. So it says colored yarn, crochet hook, plastic needle, and instructions. It makes 4 crochet coasters. The size of the crochet hook is a 2.5 millimeter, if you can see there. All right, so reading the instructions, it starts off by telling you the type of stitches that you've got, and from the stitch names here, it looks like this is UK terminology. So that's the first thing you need to know. That's okay, because the US and the UK terminology are the same. It's the same stitch, they're just called different things. And this is really good because it gives you step-by-step instructions of how to do it. So all good. So you've got 10, 11, how to fasten off, how to weave in the ends, the name of the stitches, and then how to start making a granny square. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get started and I'll see how easy it is to make this. And I'll check in with you after each round to see how it is. On the back here, you'll see this is the end of round 1. You should come up with this. At the end of round 2, you should come up with this. 3, 4, 5, and then that's the completed one. So I think it's really interesting. So it says here how to make a granny. So you've got two. The other thing that I notice here, you've got 2 kind of designs. It says how to make a granny square coaster, and then here is how to make a flower coaster. So, and I guess that's the difference between the 2 designs. So that's just a general, simple granny square, and this is the flower coaster. So let's see how easy it is to make the granny square, and then let's see how leveling it up to the flower will be. I've never done a flower before. I know how to make granny squares, so this is going to be a lovely little challenge for me. Here we go. So to get started, row 1, I'm going to be using the hot pink, chain 3, and then back into the first stitch and slip stitch to form a ring. So for this simple one, I guess, for the simple square, this one here, they're teaching you how to chain and then connect it to form a ring. So for this one, we're just doing a slip knot, right? And then chaining 1, 2, 3, connecting it to the first stitch. Pull your yarn through. You should have 2 on the hook. Gosh, I must say that this yarn is quite easily split. There it goes. So be careful with that. Oh, I just lost it. Okay, try again. Through, and then through here. All right, so that's your first one. So for the second one, we're going ring 2, row 2 or round 2. We're still using the pink. We're gonna chain 2 and then a treble and a chain 2. So chain 2, so 1, 2, yarn over. You're gonna find the middle hole in here. Just put your kind of There we go. Pull through, and you should have 3 loops on here. So 1, 2, pull through 2, you got 2 left, pull through 2, that's 1 treble, yarn over, go back into the same hole of the ring, the middle. Just always make sure that you go in through the same one. You should have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2 treble. Then we chain 2, 1, 2. Then it says, so it's really interesting how they've written the instructions a little bit different than what I'm used to, but you can get used to it. So it's got chain 2, 2 treble, then chain 2 on its own. So that's the first thing that you do, right? Then after that, back into the ring, and they haven't said that you're going into the ring. So I'm adding that for your little tips. After the first set that you do, you're going to do 3 treble stitches and chain 2 3 times. So 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble, chain 2, and then a fasten off. So the first set are the first kind of sequences that you do alone, just one of them. And the second sequence, you're doing that 3 times. I hope that's clear to everyone. So we've chained 2. Now we're going to treble. So again, a treble is yarn over, back into the hole, pull it through. You should have 3. Pull through 2. You should have 2 on the hook, pull through 2. So that's 1 treble. Yarn over again, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over. This is treble number 3, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So as part of the sequence, I've got to chain 2, and I've got to start again. So treble another 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the round here. So at the top of this loop, I'm going to find the V, join a slip stitch through, and your first row 1 and row 2 or round 2. So it's a round because it's a circle, it's a round. When it's flat, it's a row. I'm going to cut off my yarn here, probably give it that much. I am going to, so it says fasten off. So fasten off means you're done with that color. Pull it through here. Okay, beautiful. Now, I'm not going to worry about the tail right now because I'm going to work it through the next round with the color. So we're done with this one. Next we're using a blue. So here we go. Okay. So same with here. With the blue, so it's got you starting off 1 set of sequences on its own, and then you're going to do the next set of sequence 3 times. So not all 4 sequences are the same. The first set of sequences are a certain order of stitches, and the second one, they will be repeated 3 times. So what we're going to be doing, so you can see that it's, so you're going to have 4 sequences. So that's 1 and then these 3. So what we're going to do, you are going to figure out that there is a pattern here. So there's 3 and then a hole, 3 and then a hole, 3 and then a hole. That gives you 4 spaces for each of these. So it doesn't matter which one you start in. Hope you can see that. That's a hole there. That's a hole there. So you could start anyone. We'll go there. It's a circle, so you could start with anything. So I put my hook in. I grab this. Now I am going to work up to this. Okay, so let's just get started. So it's a chain 2. I'm going to hold this tight in the back. So chain 2. 1, 2, then 2 trebles, so yarn over in, 2, pull through. Make sure you keep that tight, yeah. Yarn over. 2 and 2. 2 chain, 1, 2, and then 3, all in the same one. So 1, 2, 3. So chain 2, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, go in between, right? Come through. And we're going to do this 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, splitting the yarn. Okay, 3. Beautiful. Yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to chain 2. And then you're this beautiful square. See that? Gorgeous. Now let's chain 2, 1, 2. Let's go over to the next one. All right, so the next one is going to be the hole is here, and you'll notice that there are 3 double crochets here, and there's only 2 treble crochets here, and there's only 2 treble crochets here, and that's because that's how the pattern has wanted it. That first set in the pink where it says 2 chain, do 2 trebles, and then the rest are 3 trebles. This is where we're seeing this. We're seeing that this is the 2 trebles. Okay, so let's yarn over, go here. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then another 3 back in here. 1, 2, 3. That's another gorgeous little square done. Looking good. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to come across to this one. So we're going to go. Chain 2, and you're back across here. So we're going to do a slip stitch back into this one here, slip stitch 1 and through. Oh gosh, and through. Yeah. Okay. And then it says to finish this off. Okay, so I'm going to cut it there. And then pull it through again. But that looks good. So I should be weaving in my ends. I'll start weaving in my ends now with these. These I'll weave in at the end. Okay, so the next one is we're going to start from the corner, any corner, and we go for yellow. I guess this is our yellow, hey? Okay, so starting at a corner here. So in this corner, we're going to go chain 2 and then 2 trebles. So this first chain 2 should always kind of emulate the first kind of stitch. So when we make another 2, that should be officially, that should be 3. So that's already 1, 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right. Next is 2 chain, 1, 2, and then we should do 3 here. So 1, pull through, 2, pull through, 3, pull through. Okay, so that's going to be your corners. Your corners will always be 3 and then a chain 2 and then a 3. Now as we go into the middle, chain to go straight into here with 3 trebles. So yarn over into here. So yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, that's 1, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through. So there you go. So we're gonna yarn over and go straight into the other corner, and we're gonna go pull 2, that's 1, 2, 3. Now it asks you to chain 2, 1, 2, and another triple in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Straight into a 3 triples into this middle. 3. Okay. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch here, joining this, and it says to FO, which means to fasten off. You thought I was going to say something rude. How dare you? All right, so fasten off, pull it through, and da-da-da, that looks good. I feel like I see this error. This is probably just my error. But that looks so great. All right, so we're done with this color. Moving along. We're gonna work in the corners again. We're always gonna start in the corner. So I'm gonna start here, put your hook through, put it through, and just fasten it in so it's like a attached. I'm going to bring this with me. I'm going to start straight away. So with this one, it says to chain 2, 1, 2. This starts as the first pillar. We're going to do a double treble here. 1, 2. So that's 3. Then remember again, we're going to do 2 chain, 1, 2. And then treble again. So we're starting to get the rhythm here of what a granny square is like. All right, then we're going to go over, triple here and triple here, okay? So 3 trebles, and we're going to repeat in the corner. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. That's your corner done. Whoopsies, I just split the yarn. Okay, great. Okay, over here, there's a hole there and a hole there. So 3 treble here, 3 treble here, 2, 3, over. 1, 2, 3, and we're back here, so we're just gonna slip stitch at the top of this column there, slip stitch, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of a snip and fasten off. Fasten off. And at the end of that row, row 6, you've got that. Pretty cute. See, like, I think that this is a yellow marker and this is an orange marker, and I think that the orange marker looks like the yellow yarn. Yellow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same blue and the same yellow. Okay, so it's okay to repeat colors. So there we go. It's okay, we can repeat colors. It is not a problem. And I am just going to whiz through this section really quickly, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, just coming up to the last bunch of 3 trebles. I'm about to do my slip stitch into this last corner, and I am going to snip and fasten off. Okay, great. So there we go. Looking good. Love it. All right, let's move the blue aside. Let's go back to our yellow, and we are almost there. So once again, I am going to slip through the corner, through here, pull this in, and then grab yarn over and pull through to secure that. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. So obviously at this stage, you've worked into such a rhythm that you kind of know how your granny square is going to be. So that's the first treble. So we've got 2 here. We've got 2, 3. Remember, we're doing the chain 2 because we're in a corner. Chain 2 and another 3 into the same corner. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to treble into each of these, and in this one there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in the middle. So treble, 3 trebles, 3 trebles, 3 trebles, 3 trebles. Then we get into this corner where it's 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, and there you have it. So I'm going to snip this off. Just going to show you how I weave in my tail. So I go in between the V's, grab it through, in between, grab it through, in between, grab it through, and it just kind of gets weaved into your work. All right, and there you have it. That was the first granny square done. So it's actually the very next day, and I have a granny square for you. But this is not the granny square that this teaches you how to make. I had quite a bit of trouble crocheting this. I have to admit that perhaps my granny square skills are not up to the flower crochet experience, shall we say. So I started off trying to use the yarn that was available in the kit, and then I kept just making mistakes, and I kept not understanding how the instructions were telling you how to do it, and I would keep pulling it out and redoing it. Like, for example, this one only took me an hour to make with you guys. This one took me like 5 hours, and this is not the end product. If you have a look at the photo here, it really shows that, let's make sure that the glares, it really shows that the flower curls up, is like 3D, and it comes around. Whereas with mine are attached, the purple is attached to the green. I just use my own yarn here. And yeah, if you have a look at the size, it is nowhere near what the first one is. And I assume that they were designed to be the same size. So I definitely don't mind saying that my my granny square flower crochet skills are not up to par at the moment. I can make a basic one, that's no problem, but I feel like I need a little bit more experience and a little bit more practice to be able to do a flower granny square. Now, what I'm planning to do is I will get this video out just to show you that for a basic crocheter like me, it might be a little bit more than just an afternoon project. You might need a little bit more skill than you have, or better skill than me at least. My plan now, I'm like super pumped to get my level of crochet up so that I can be able to whip this up. So what my plan is I'm gonna get this video up and then practice some more, and then I'm gonna do a video part 2 to this series, or to this episode, and I will teach you how to make the proper way to do this, or or I'll be able to follow the instructions a little bit better than what they are at the moment. I kind of reversed engineered it. So when I kept looking at the pictures. Really, they're not really the best pictures. I sort of tried to see what they were trying to say. I was trying to get the gist of it. So basically they wanted to make sure that you had green all the way up into the center here to the magic circle. So I did that. You also had to make sure that the purple or the pink stayed on the pink, the green extended, which I kind of did, but they were different for each one. Like I wasn't consistent with it, and you can see it's a little bit wiggly. I was just trying to get green color in there. It was a bit funny. And also, yeah, so where I totally went like off course was I maybe should have just finished this around and not attached it to the green. This is what the back looks like, by the way. I think it's really pretty. Like if I were to put the ends in, I think this looks like an amazing flower. Yeah, so there you have it. If you have bought this kit from Kmart, and you have basic crochet skills, you will probably be able to do this one. If you have great crochet skills and you've done flower granny squares before, you'll be able to do this one too. If not, stay tuned. I hope to do a part 2, and I will show you how to read these instructions, or maybe throw them out, and I will show you how to make the proper flower coaster. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.